their nonsense, so we can't really go over there. So we've gone over to YouTube. So we're now on a YouTube live. So you guys, if you're tuned in, or if you're not tuned in, you need to go on over now, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and make sure you turn on your notifications. So whenever we hit our live button, you'll get that little prompt, and you would know that we're live. Right? So that's what's up. And do us a little extra favor this morning. If you're on now, share the live with somebody. Somebody would need to be blessed this morning, because that's what the show is about. It's about inspiring persons to let them know that, hey, your journey may not be the exact same one like this person's own, but you know what? They're doing it. They have done it. They're overcoming. Probably they're still going through some things that they're battling. But what? We're doing it. We've got to do it. We've got to do it. We can't give up, Giving up is not an option. So certainly, you might be in a part where your career is looking like it's shaky a little bit now too. We know them kind of vibes, you understand? But we have people here who have gone through that route, and hopefully they can help to inspire you along your journey as well. All right. Let me tell you what's going on. Something not right. Hold on. Did somebody take off my stinger? Because I said, well, where's the stinger? No, it's got to be, she speaks. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds there. I'm well loaded up my thing, Right. No. Something not right, darling. I don't know how it feels. Okay. No, something is not right. Okay. I should have had this here, and this should have been this. Actually. Oh. We take a word from our partners, by the way. The First National Bank has come on board, and we appreciate them so much. Coates has been there with us for a while as well, and we appreciate them. Right. Okay. Right. So good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome. We're already 5 minutes into our time. Only know half an hour does roll by here like like nothing when we start a good conversation. Well, let's get right into it this morning. If you're just joining us, we've got the amazing Zilta George Leslie is in our company. The first female to head Wasco ever. So that is history right there. You all see what I talked about when I said woman power up in here this morning. But she's very well placed. I'm going to come back and talk about all of that this morning. But first, we want to know about Zilta, the person. We are not talking what kind of child you was. Miserable. You think in trouble. What were you like as a child? What was growing up like? What were some of the values, the core values you think that is contributed to who you are today as a person?
Okay, so I'm from a family of 5.
Okay.
Yes, and my mom was a teacher, disciplinarian par excellence. I mean, she taught at the St. Joseph's Convent, and she taught, so many people up until today. You keep hearing when they meet you, they still, share their experiences with you about her. And my dad was an agronomist, less of a disciplinarian, but more of a worker.
Right.
Yes. So
nice balance, though.
Yes, it was. It was indeed. My siblings, we grew up at Union. So in those days, Union was it was almost like countryside. It's not like now. Oh. So we actually grew up because my dad was an agronomist and he worked with the Ministry of Agriculture at the time. Oh. So he worked very near, where the Ministry of Infrastructure is now.
Right.
Right. So at that time, that was the agricultural station.
Wow.
So yes, so we grew up sort of like in that kind of, environment. So we used to go hiking up, up up on the hills with my brother. And I had an older brother, two older sisters, and myself. My youngest brother was not there as yet.
I want to know who is the youngest who followed. Is it Calix?
That is Calix.
So what Calix just come around here and try and make it look like you ain't know about that life there. Try and behave yourself.
Yeah, Calix was much younger, so Calix was not in the union days, but that's where we started in the union days. Yeah.
Right.
And it was lovely life. I could tell you. The fun that we had, the summer vacations.
Oh, gosh.
And we had cousins who also lived not too far off the Charleses. I don't know if you know Elizabeth Charles. Yeah.
Wow.
She's probably the only one who remained in St. Lucia. So, well, of course, her sister Vera Rose, we remember her, of course, because the 22nd would have been her birthday, St. Cecilia's Day. So we had that kind of, vibe going on, and it was just us. We used to roam. We used to call it roam. My father used to say, y'all are roaming again. So,
the good days.
The good days, yeah. But it was fun. We developed that. I went to the Ave Maria school, and then, of course...
Was that where your mom was?
No, my mom was a teacher at the St. Joseph's Convent.
So she's always been at that level.
Yes, she was a teacher.
Did you later end up there?
Yes, I did. I did later end up there. Oh my God.
I could imagine.
You don't want to know. Yes, it was a challenge. I must say with Sister Claire, I never got tickler, but I guess I didn't have a choice but to behave because, you have to, go with the flow.
Did you feel any sort of pressure though? Your mom being, and back then, disciplinarian in terms of education wise, when you had a mom that everyone knew was to be this no-nonsense person. It sort of like added pressure to you as a child.
Added pressure to me, and especially when I had a sister like the one I had who was an island scholar.
Oh, gosh.
And she was always in her books and whatever. But my middle sister and I, we were, a little more normalized. We were balanced. And, that's what I think really helped me throughout this entire life.
Right.
Work-life balance.
We
have to touch on that, people. Today, we are going to have to discuss this at length.
Listen, we need you back for a whole day. Because because it's important to have these sort of conversation.
Yes.
Because a lot of people are struggling with a lot of things and not understanding where it is that what is it I'm dealing with? Where am I? People just floating,
you
really.
You have to draw the line.
Yeah.
You just have to draw the line.
It's got to be balanced.
Or if you don't do that, it will get to your demise. And that is what I'm seeing a lot with even some friends of mine who don't have the ability to do both. Now, like you said, I'm in the utility. Mm-hmm. The utility company generally, especially water utilities, are male-dominated fields. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay? If we had to look today...
No, we're not cutting the conversation. I'm just letting them know that. We're going right through with the conversation. We're just allowing it to flow because you seem to have quite a lot that you need to share. We need to fit this into the half an hour.
Okay.
So I'm letting you go.
You're letting me go?
Yes,
okay.
Let's do it.
Right. Yes, because that's true. We were initially talking about my childhood.
That's fine. Let's go. Let's flow.
Let's
flow. Yeah. Let's flow with it.
And like I was saying, the utility company generally, throughout the region, it's a male-dominated field.
Yes.
More and more, we are seeing a lot more females coming into the field. And with that, we are very happy because I just came out from a conference in Guyana, incidentally. And, of course, everybody else except the permanent secretary who was there from St. Lucia, who's also female, and myself. It was strictly
male.
A whole set of males at the table.
I am so happy you guys were there.
A whole set of males at the table.
Wow.
And they were very warm, the gentlemen, and a lot of congratulatory
they were accommodating,
messages. They came across to me. But I have to say that even here in St. Lucia, in Wasco, we also have an imbalance as it relates to the number of persons, females in the field of engineering, the number of female plumbers. We actually only have one female plumber in our entire team.
Are you joking?
Yes. And we have...
I need to change my career then.
Yeah, you do. You do. There's space. There's room for everyone. There's room for everyone.
Wow.
We had one or two meter readers who were female.
Right.
And since then... Well, she's moved on, so she now works in one of our labs. So she has
nice.
Yeah, which is nice. And we have quite a few nice young ladies also coming on, into our labs and so. But generally, it's a male-dominated field. So, ladies, we need to talk about how we got there.
Yes.
right? So generally,
Were you always, before we go along, were you always aware that you wanted to chart that course and make a defining statement through your own journey?
No,
or it just happened?
It just happened.
Okay. But now you're very conscious of it.
Now I'm very conscious
Right.
of it because I'm in it now. And, you can see little things and you can hear,
Right.
certain things.
Very well.
So let's put it this way. I've never really been a feminist. Let's be
Me either,
honest.
yeah.
I'm not a feminist.
I'm not.
I'm
a
just
human
for equal
person.
rights.
Human,
I want my
human
husband to bring me
rights.
my coffee. Yeah, that's
Thank you
okay.
very much, sir.
Thank you very much. I will accept it. I don't want that feminist kind of life.
No.
And I don't want to bring it onto my kids either. But anyway, we'll get to my kids in a while.
Right.
Let's talk a little bit about how we got there, ladies, and how we're going to keep it.
Right.
Honesty. Just keep it real. Just keep it real. Just have as much sympathy for others as you will want them to have for yourself. Yeah? Because I really started off as the customer service manager.
Okay.
This is where I started in the organization, and that was in 2003. Okay, so we're talking 20 years later.
20, of course.
Yeah, that's how long it took for me to get, where I am
Where
now.
you're at right
Yeah.
now.
And as a customer service manager, we had to deal with so many different personality types. But
Understood.
you
You all get so mine sometimes.
so many different personality types. They would be the rowdy ones who would come in there and they would curse us and they would quarrel with our
Yes,
staff.
man. You get in.
And-
Where's the manager?
Yeah. And then they want to see the manager. And the manager then has to go out. And, one of the things I always said to them was, I train my staff, I'm the one who trains them. I'm the one who tells them what to tell you.
Right.
So if they're saying to you, at this point in time, we are unable, right, probably to give you a new connection in an area which we're not serving right now, it's because the regulations are so clear. We always made everything so clear to the staff so that everybody can know exactly where we stand. So don't come and think, you're going to come in here and shout and scream at us, probably because we're female. Who knows? And hope to get, to get away with that. So we always stood our ground. Me and my team back then, we stood our ground. And like I said to them, be polite, always be polite to them, be respectful, whether or not they try to disrespect you. Try to always remain respectful, but do not allow them to just push you over.
Right.
Now
we talking Wasco, but there's life lessons there. This is general.
This is
generalization.
A lot of life lessons. A lot of life lessons have to be learned because we also need to realize how much time do we really spend in the workplace. A great deal of our time is spent in the workplace. But like I said before, we're gonna talk work-life balance.
Balance,
you can't allow it to consume you so much.
Yes.
That you've forgotten about the other aspects.
Yes.
Some of us have kids. Well, I do. I have three.
Okay.
I have 3 kids, 2 boys and a girl.
Oh, that's me.
Oh, that's you, 2
I've
boys?
got 2 boys, girls. Yeah,
Oh, nice. Yes, so I have 2 boys and a girl, 17, 15, and 10. My daughter is 10.
I jump ahead of you there one time. You late.
Ah.
I'm at 24.
Whoa, okay, good. But that's good, though.
That's good. That's good.
That's all good. It's all
right.
good. Yeah, and we have to remember, we have partners. I have a husband. We've been married
you're
for
a married
19
woman.
years.
Absolute,
yes,
right.
My husband and I have been married for 19 years. So there's a lot that you need to put into it. So you work hard. You have to play hard. You have to play hard or you will collapse, people. But even more important, you have to pray even harder.
Absolutely.
Maureen,
Absolutely.
I believe you have to pray even harder.
Absolutely.
So that's my mantra, short and sweet.
Right.
I'm going to play hard, I'm going to work hard, and I'm going to pray even harder.
Right.
Yeah?
Right. At any point in time when you were balancing this off, did it get any difficult? Did managing the children, of course, well, your children are bigger now, but you were still at managerial positions when they were
Yes,
little
when I
ones.
had them. Yeah,
when
I had them.
So it still would have been a demand on you work-wise and having to ensure that you see them through as well as mom.
It was definitely.
How
When
did
I had
you
my
manage?
first, well, to be honest, I have a living. Yeah. I have someone who,
You needed that.
I needed it.
Couldn't have done it. Yeah.
I mean, she's more a family member, really and
Right.
truly. She's more like a family member, my husband's niece.
Right.
So,
No,
but,
let's speak to that as career women as well. Let's speak to that again.
Yes.
We're going to get balance. We're talking.
We're
We're
talking.
just going all over the place this
Yes.
morning because we need to get them out. Another thing, again, a lot of career women face when having children and bringing in persons to help them take care of it. They
It's
sort
important.
of get backlash. No, but you guess what? There's normally a part of society sometimes when they want to get it because okay they have a problem because you're going so hard and you're trying to do so much and you're a woman and you're so then when they can't attack that because that's soaring high, they come to you with but women supposed to be the spending your children suffering because you ought to get people to tell you you could never take care of that because there's no amount of money you could give your children more than your time. You get that.
That is true. You were right about that because
Right.
I remember a friend of mine. She had her kids very close, so bam, 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 each year, and she got a lot of criticism for having a babysitter who she had to take with her. Let's say she was going out to the mall or she would travel with her husband, and she got a lot of criticism for that. And I'm like, you know what, people, y'all just don't understand because you don't know the pressures that are going to be on her to take care of those 3 kids with no help. So after I had the first one, my husband and I, we managed very, very well.
Of course.
And then he started talking about a number 2. And I said, well,
How's it
if
get
there's
this?
going to be a number 2, we're going to need to get some help.
Right.
So he got in his niece and she's with us and she helps
with
us
them.
out. And that is how we were able. So no woman supposed to feel anyway. Nobody should feel anyway because they seek help in other areas. Because let's face it, 7 o'clock, you're on the road already. You have to drop the kids off to school.
Absolutely.
Okay? You have to get into the office and you have to produce. Right? And for you to be able to produce, everything else has to be at ease all around you. You have to be comforted that your children are well taken care of, that your property is secure, that you have to balance it all out. And then you have a friendship, you have lives, you have girlfriends who are going to need you. Girlfriends, so at times you're going to have to give a little bit of your attention. You may need to run through your lunch hour just to, leave home at, leave work during your lunch hour to go and lend a hand to a friend. It happens. It happens to all of us. And as women, we need to be able to stick together because that support is needed. Support is needed all around, and you're not going to be able to do it alone. Hats off, and I really want to say to the single parents. I'm not from a single parent household. My parents were married. I myself, I've never had to be a single mom. But those single moms out there, hats off to them. I really, really want to say to them, it can happen, people. Don't be disheartened. It can happen for you, and you will be able to succeed. You'll be able to get out of this. The kids will grow up. They will grow up, and guess what? Guess who's washing my car for me sometimes?
Oh, yeah. Yes,
Guess who's cleaning the pool?
Absolutely.
Guess who's feeding the dogs? Because when they were younger, they wanted a puppy.
Yes.
And guess what? I was so fed up with that puppy. I actually just called a friend of mine Monday, and I said to her, you remember that dog? Just this morning we were having that conversation because, we had this puppy that she had given to the kids.
Right.
But all of the work was on me. I had to be the one taking care of the puppy.
I understand that perfectly
You understand?
well.
But now the kids grow up.
Yes, and
So
they can
people,
handle their business.
let's hang in there.
Absolutely.
Let's hang in there. Work-life balance.
Absolutely.
And we're going to get to Carnival in a while.
I'll come in there
because
with
it's
you.
coming.
Let me just take a word from the partners, and when we come back, we're gonna just round it all up because we don't have much time there again. We have like 9 minutes left, so we're gonna take a word from the partners. I needed to take that break, but I couldn't stop then. You know, I'm stopping now.
Yes.
Balance. We coming right back. All right, and we are back. We have just about 7 minutes left. I tell you, the half an hour does go really fast around here. Now, Caribbean woman, you are a Caribbean woman.
Yes.
Now, we have, over the past, and we are going back there again because we have had a lot to travail, to traverse, to overcome, and especially as Caribbean women, because, you know, they have this sort of bubble that they, for want of a better term, for bubble that they normally tend to want to put us in. So, if you are supposed to be a corporate, you know, high-end woman, you're not supposed to do certain things, or you know. But we are growing and we are understanding as we move along. Listen, being Caribbean, the culture in us, these things are things we cannot run and hide from. So there is absolutely nothing wrong. And woman like you inspires, because I'll tell you why. Again, we come back to that word of balance, understanding, owning who you are, and understanding that, listen, because I am that does not mean that I am not that. And because I am that does not mean that I am not that. I am a diverse person with that, which comes together to make all of me.
That's right.
So let me talk about you on your bacchanal and your carnival. You know you love your thing.
Yes.
And which is wonderful. And I admire a woman like you, because leaders like yourself are the ones to defy that notion in people's mind and let Caribbean young people and other persons know and accept and realize that, hey, this is who we are as a people. And it is doable, and there's nothing that you can say to us. We know who we are, and we appreciate who we are, we accept who we are. And you don't have the right to come about where you come about with your own mindset to tell us, well, because we are this and we're supposed to be that to society, that part of the society or that part of us needs to be shut down, or
That's
you know,
right.
And let's go there.
And we also have to remember, as long as you're doing something respectfully, you shouldn't be ashamed of anything.
Absolutely.
So, like I was saying, when I was a customer service manager, it was easier for me, of course, to be able to manage my time in terms of, you know, my scheduling my leave. You know, so I would schedule my leave, you know, around carnival time, so I know, you know, I'm out. Now I can't do that.
Right.
I can't do that. As a CEO, I can't do that because something maybe, you know, CDB may be here at this time, and guess what? I have to show up for this meeting, and I have to do what I have to do, and I have to be prepared, and I have to be focused. But that don't mean I can't take in one or two little fits in between.
Absolutely.
Because we are Caribbean people. And you know what it is, Mareen? Multitasking.
We can.
We can multitask.
We're capable.
So if I have
and
to
it does
stay
not
up
take away from you getting back on that board meeting in the morning,
and being as focused as you
you
need to be. And it does not take away from you having a management meeting or a budget meeting, preparation meeting, and you being as focused and you leading people into that right direction.
Right.
We can do it. We can do it all if we only give time for everything. And I think that's very important.
Right.
It's very important. Multitasking is very difficult to some people. But I believe that you have persons who can do it. And I think I am definitely one of those. And I am going to stick to having that work-life balance, because at the end of it all, people, at the end of it all, where are we? We must work, we must play,
Absolutely.
we must pray.
Absolutely. You see? And that part is right there as well.
Yes.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Well, we got a few more minutes left. So in wrapping up, I'm just going to open up the floor for you. You're a woman, know what you want to put out there. So inspiring persons who are listening, go for it. It's yours.
People, let's prioritize. Let us prioritize both our professional growth and our personal development. Because we have a lot of women who want to aspire professionally. And the support, I will give you full support. Anybody who feels that they need that kind of support from me, and I have some amazing young ladies that work with me who have started off as cashiers, as clerks, you know, and we have grown together. We have been able to, you know, continue with our professional development. Some of them came in and they probably just had the basics, which was the basic criteria, 5 CXCs, which is what you need to work with us. However, we have given them what is called a little bit of flexi time. You know, they have registered at Sir Arthur Lewis, an amazing institution. They've registered at Sir Arthur Lewis. Some of them have done their diplomas. Some of them have gone on to get degrees whilst they are in the professional work setting. So ladies, we can do this. We can do it either which way. We just need to keep focused, and your professional growth is going to come. That aha moment is going to get to you. and you're going to say, wow, I can do it.
It was worth it.
I never thought at any one point in time when I started off in this organization that I was going to lead this organization. As the customer service manager, I got a lot of compliments, a lot of people telling me, you would be the best person to lead this, but this was not what's on my mind.
Exactly.
Because I figured, let's just see where things happen, where things get you.
Right.
But the personal development, I never gave up on it.
Exactly.
My professional growth, I continued to focus. I continued to do, various courses whilst I was there.
Yes. Quite a number I saw on your bio. You kept yourself busy.
Yeah, I kept myself busy, I kept myself busy. And in keeping yourself busy, staying focused, showing that level of empathy towards your workers, I think that is very important as well.
Yeah.
The growth is going to come.
Right.
So we have quite a few ladies out there, who I can think of that, are now, females heading, various organizations. And I'm sure they too have wonderful stories.
Absolutely.
But the
I can
basis
feel
of
your
it all-
passion. Let me tell you what I'm feeling. I'm feeling your passion for the development of young persons.
Yes.
And the fact that you, as a manager, you're making it your duty or your responsibility to ensure that you continue to invest into the growth of your staff. It is amazing. But guess what? You are now able to effect that even more because you have done what you need to do to put yourself at the helm where you can now make that difference.
That's right.
This is beautiful.
Yes.
This is well done.
Yes.
Thank
Thank you so much.
Zilta, you are amazing.
Yes.
We watching.
Yes.
And you've been doing an awesome job. So keep doing that awesome job. Keep inspiring us. And you know what? Let's see where this goes.
Let's see where it goes.
If not Wasco, what?
If not Wasco, my God.
You've been there.
If not Wasco, I think farming.
Oh, yes, your passion there. When you
Yes,
spoke in the beginning.
yes, I think I would probably go back to that, I think I would do farming. My mom used to do these anthurium lilies.
Oh, yes.
Yes, she used to do those lilies, and
maybe you could still plant a little.
Time. I could plant a
you can't
little.
bother with it. It's not too high maintenance.
But you know what I'm going back to, of course, growth and development.
Absolutely.
The growth of the seedling growing up and producing what? Fruit. We producing fruit.
Look at you. Yes. Absolutely. And that has brought us to the end of our show. Hey, Mr. Antoine, big up yourself, Taddy.
Oh, hi,
Taddy. Wonderful. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. We do it again next Tuesday, God's willing. We'll have another amazing and awesome St. Lucian woman who's going to be here sitting across from me with the aim and the hope of inspiring you. I hope that you're inspired in some way this morning by our conversation with Zilta here. And like we said, balance is key. What's the other one? Growth is key.
Growth
Invested
and development.
in yourself.
Yes.
Balance most important.
Balance. Personal development, professional growth.
Absolutely. Keep
Let's
those in
prioritize
mind.
both.
Wonderful. Zilta, thank you so much again. Thank you to our partners, Courts, thank you. And of course, the First National Bank. Let's do it again next Tuesday. That's our time for now.